Hi guys. Ooh, is this working? Can you guys hear me okay and see me okay? Okay, I'm streaming from my phone again. I'm in my living room this time because oh hi. So we have Luna, Kim, and Morella so far. Hi ladies. Yeah, I'm painting downstairs today. Sometimes I like to switch it up and change up my environment. I think it helps like stimulate the creative juices. So that's why the background behind me is different. Uh-huh. And then we have a booger face joining us right here. This is like a cool illusion. Look, my cat is, the size of a gerbil. But yeah. How are you all doing? Long time no see. I hope you guys are enjoying the summer weather. I have been praying for more rain because I don't want wildfires to happen again in Seattle. But overall, it's been really nice to not have to wear a coat and worry about snow or ice. Let's see. Morella says, "Poker face is so cute." Oh, thank you. She is. She's very cute. And then we have, Luna says, "I don't know how long I can stay since I'm secretly watching." Oh, okay. Well, I hope you can stay for a long time, but if you can't, I will always have these live streams available for you guys to watch afterwards. So hopefully you can stay for a little bit longer. Let's see. Dave says, "I was watching the amazing ad." Oh, there's ads on live streams now. Yeah, when I live stream from my phone, I have to use the YouTube app, and sometimes I'm just confused about, like, I don't really need to monetize my live streams, but I hope there's no ads in my live streams. I'll try to figure out a way to avoid having my live streams monetized and having you guys see ads. Okay, so I think, what time is it right now? Okay, so I've been streaming for about 3 minutes. I'll wait a little bit longer just to have a few more people join us. We have 8 people here so far. Welcome. Dave says, "Do you get moolah if we watch the live streams?" I mean, if they're monetized, I would get a little bit, but it's not that much. I think like YouTube pays you per 1,000 views, and since I only do live streams for my patrons, each live stream never even hits close to 1,000. So if I do get money, it would be like a few dollars collectively, which, doesn't really matter. I just want to do this every month for you guys. And I have been thinking about if I want to do like a larger live stream just on Instagram or like take it out of Patreon. But I really enjoy the more intimate, kind of smaller group with these live streams. I feel like I can give each of you guys more one-on-one attention. Basically, like to me, it's a nice break from regular social media where I feel like I'm trying to reach a wide audience and try to, talk to an almost like auditorium-sized group of people through my captions and stuff. So I feel like having a close-knit, it feels like we're all kind of hanging out in person. It feels a lot more organic that way. But, Dave says, "What I meant was, do you get money if we watch the ads?" I guess same answer, probably just a little bit, but I never want to pressure you guys to watch ads. I know they're really annoying. I personally would not watch ads myself. I always skip them, unless it's a really interesting ad. Sometimes there are ads that I can't help but finish watching. Like they really know how to hook you in those 5 seconds before you are allowed to skip it. So clever advertising tricks, I guess. Let's see. Jen says, "Hi, I'll try to watch with my grandbabies attacking me." Ooh. How old are your grandkids, Jen? But yeah, okay. While I'm waiting for you guys, Jen says, "Purple mattress ads are hilarious." And Dave's ad was Monday.com. Nice. I also watch ads from Monday.com. It's the one where they help you organize your plan or like daily plan, right? I always felt like that's pretty relevant to me. They always know how to hook me with ads that really apply to what I'm watching. Let's see. Oh, Jen, your grandkids are 2. Congrats. Wow, boy and girl twins. Further congrats. That's a really, I feel like really rare, but also like very popularly desired set of kids. Like I always thought, man, if I had kids, I would just love to have twins. And then one boy, one girl, that way have like, they have a sibling to play with. I only have to give birth and be pregnant once. And also I get one of each gender. Sadly, twins don't run in my family. So I don't know if I could ever have twins, unless I, do some sort of weird genetic engineering, which I don't really know if right now the technology is good enough for that, or if it's allowed, like if that's legal or morally ethical, I'm not sure. But Kim says, I love how all your fur babies match your decor. Yeah, my fiance is the one who's like really into interior decorating, and he wants to buy pieces that are all really simple and minimal and like match each other. And the pets being similar colors, I think is a coincidence, or maybe he factored that into his decisions when he bought the furniture pieces. I'm not sure, but oh my gosh, you guys, okay, real quick before I start the drawing portion, I have been addicted to this game, and I'm not sponsored by this at all. I'm just like wanting to share with you guys because we're talking about interior decor, called Design Home. Does anyone else play that game? It is so freaking addicting. It's basically like you have these challenges where you use real furniture pieces like from different brands, but you use obviously like fake money in the game, and you submit like a design for various room challenges they give you. So like a living room, or like something more traditional, something more modern, maybe something for like a kid's room, so it's like bright pink. And then you basically like spend your fake currency to buy furniture pieces to decorate a room. It is mind-bogglingly addicting. I spend way too much time on it. Like once in the morning and once at night. It's kind of my ritual now, so. Okay, I am going to, first I'm gonna make sure that my chat is, okay, cool. I have live chat on, which is good. And, okay, I feel like I've waited long enough. I'm gonna just start the official live stream portion. So as you guys know, if you were here last month, I've been doing these drawing requests, and last month it was a lot of fun. Like we all collectively had a huge laugh with some of the requests. I try to combine as many as I can. I draw without reference, and I just try to make things a little bit out of the box, and it's just a nice exercise to kind of warm up my creative flow maybe. But today I want to do something similar and just take your requests, and sometimes like as I draw, the requests will get added on or change, so it's always an unpredictable, fun time. I also wanted to share a quick sneak peek with you guys of this new watercolor painting that I'm hoping to finish today after the live stream. Ta-da! So you guys probably saw the color mock-ups I did, and thank you for everyone who voted and gave me advice on which hair I should choose. I think the result was pretty split down the middle between light hair and dark hair. So for now, I have light hair, and I will see after I add more colors to the flowers what hair color suits it best. Because I feel like the flowers are gonna be dark red, and they might stand out more with lighter hair, but yeah, not really sure. I'm gonna see where this piece takes me. I haven't like used watercolor that much in my life, especially with portraits. I think I played with it a little bit in the beginning when I started doing art, and quickly switched to oils, fell in love with oils. So this past 2 days, I've been just working on like what you see so far, just a very basic color blocking layer of the background and the flowers, and the skin, which I spent like 4 hours on yesterday. I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like yesterday, after 4 hours, I finally got the hang of how to render skin smoothly with watercolors. And what really sucks is like the iPhone really makes the contrast very harsh. So in person, it's not as like textured and harsh. It's a lot smoother, but yeah, I'm filming this, so I'm hoping to get this done today so that I can make it as part of the Patreon rewards this month. I think having a watercolor piece would be a nice change. I don't know, but I'm pretty excited to finish it. And watercolors are so relaxing. They, well, at least for me, they force me to work really slow because I can't apply like opaque blocks of color. So I have to just kind of like breathe and slow down and like do really thin washes. And it really helps me practice patience. So it's been really relaxing, therapeutic working on this. Yep, and it's inspired by Pride Month. And I know Pride parades are this weekend, so I just want to make sure I get it done in time. I'm gonna add some more rainbow details on their tattoos, and I drew the, thanks to one of my patrons who suggested this, but I'm going to like extract the colors from the lesbian pride flag, which is like these beautiful shades of pinks and reds and neutrals, and try to give this overall piece like that kind of vibe, because you know, it's two girls in love, and this one is a demon, because why not? Why not have a demon, right? Okay, I'm gonna look through your comments real quick. Sorry if my hand is like really close to the screen. I'm scrolling up to see the comments. Luna says, it's so pretty. Thank you, Luna. Dave says, my daughter just told me she thinks you're so pretty. Thank you, Dave's daughter. That is very sweet. Yeah, I actually took time to put makeup on just for you guys today. I was like, I'm gonna shower and be clean and look like a person. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna start drawing. As I said before, I'm gonna give these away. I didn't have time to give them out last month. I feel like I ended it so rushed. But basically, whoever's watching today, I'll have you guys all do something at the end, maybe like write a secret code word and message me on Patreon. I'll find a way for you guys to all kind of enter the giveaway. I don't really want to say giveaway because Patreon doesn't allow giveaways, but I just want to gift these to you guys randomly. And so we have 3 from last month, which you guys remember, the elf girl holding the Egyptian cat. We have the bunny girl eating a slice of mushroom pizza with a unicorn crop top. And then we also have, this one is probably my favorite, the merman who was supposed to be wrestling a shark, but we ended up making him feed the shark ice cream because we don't want to promote violence, right? So, okay, so today I'm gonna try to draw at least 3 more. As I move my tripod to point to my paper, feel free to shoot your suggestions at me. I'll take any ideas, as long as it's not inappropriate or, you know, like something that's gonna get me banned from YouTube. I will draw whatever. So feel free to get creative, think of something funny, think of something pretty, think of something inspiring, and yeah, just type them out. I will read them in like 15 seconds maybe. Okay, here comes the awkward part of me rearranging my tripod. This part is always fun. Okay, let's see. Oh wait, you know what? Actually, last time we did this. Oh, whoops. And this time I'm streaming horizontally, which is nice. Okay, so I'm gonna switch the camera. Oh, okay. Nice. That way I can see the camera and I can see your comments. Cool, so, this should be fun. I'm really excited. Let's start. Okay, the first suggestion, oh my gosh, SpongeBob SquarePants in your style. Okay, SpongeBob SquarePants in my style. Wow, gosh, I don't even know if I remember what SpongeBob looks like. It was definitely one of my favorite shows as a kid. But what does my style, SpongeBob in my style? Okay, so maybe, so my style features kind of alien looking girls with wide apart eyes, and they're usually kind of trippy and ethereal. SpongeBob in my style. So it'd be a girl, SpongeBob's, oh gosh. Luna says something with crystals. Okay, so maybe SpongeBob with crystals. So, okay, I remember SpongeBob was like square. Oh, Kim says maybe something with a narwhal because they're like unicorns of the sea. Okay, so how about my version of SpongeBob riding a narwhal because they're kind of like the unicorns of the sea. That'll kind of combine these so far. I think I'm gonna stick to the actual SpongeBob shape. I think he was like obviously sponge shape. Just gonna draw that out real quick. Actually, wait, if he's riding the narwhal, I feel like the perspective would be more angled like this. This is so funny. Okay, so SpongeBob, and obviously he had square pants. So I think with my style, I'm just gonna give him my girl's face. So it'll be like a SpongeBob with Happy D style features. Sponge Bobby, Sponge Girl. There we go. I think he had a nose kind of like looking like this. Let's see, and then oh yeah, he had a smile with like some crooked teeth. So maybe we'll give him like something more lips, similar to lips. Sponge lady, square pants. Dave says his son is watching SpongeBob right now, so maybe he can help correct me if I'm wrong. And then I think SpongeBob has like a collared shirt with a tie and obviously pants. Okay, so before I get into the details, I'm gonna do the narwhal now. You know what, I actually don't remember exactly what a narwhal looks like, but I'm guessing something like a whale with horns. And there's fins, right? There's fins like this, and they have this like long horn. Let's see. Ta-da. Okay. It's kind of like the rough outline. Maybe I'll give the narwhal a mustache, so it's like a male narwhal with with a female SpongeBob. Maybe they have a forbidden romance. You know what? This kind of reminds me of Adventure Time. Does anyone out there watch Adventure Time? It's like a cartoon that kids and adults can both enjoy. I feel like this reminds me of Peppermint Butler from Adventure Time. Oh yes, everyone watches Adventure Time. Awesome. Okay, so, oh, you know what? If SpongeBob is gonna be sitting on the narwhal, maybe have his legs go like this. There we go. And then maybe if it's my style, I feel like I don't know why I want to give SpongeBob like a thumbs up. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll have him holding something. What should he be holding, you guys? A flower, a sword, a torch. Well, I guess he's underwater, so he can't. A spatula. All right, spatula it is. He's riding a narwhal on his way to the Krusty Krab. I feel like his spatulas look like this, right? They kind of have like these. Anyways, okay, so, and then with the other hand, wait, his hands come out from the side, if I remember. Yeah, there we go. His other hand, what should his other hand be doing? I feel like there's something awkward about this leg too. Gotta fix it. So a trick, I know we're drawing something silly, but always, so I'm gonna try to add as many helpful drawing tips as I can from, you know, the very limited experience I have, is to draw the lines very thin and light. So even if they're messy and you have to fix something, it'll be a lot easier to erase and redraw stuff if you don't have to worry about erasing a really heavy line. And then kind of go back and reinforce the lines after you're more confident about where you want everything to go. So after you're done planning, there you go. Okay, his leg is here. What should this other hand be doing, guys? Jellyfish net, spatula. Oh, maybe one hand has a spatula and the other hand has a jellyfish net. He is a very busy sponge. He's got a lot of activities planned today. Okay, there we go. This looks like a terrible way to ride a narwhal. Like, he's not gonna have any way to grip onto the narwhal. But since they're underwater, why not? This is so funny. I think narwhals have a tail, right? Like they have a kind of whale-looking tail. Let me move the paper up a little bit. I think the tail is like kind of like this. I don't know. How should I think that's how a whale tail looks. Man. Okay, I need to practice with more whales so I know exactly what the tail looks like. Okay, so I think now we're ready to go in with some details. Maybe give SpongeBob like a flower wreath, since I always give my girls a flower wreath. Also, it's almost Pride Parade, and I always see beautiful rainbow flower wreaths, so we'll just have him, you know, adopt the spirit. Now it just looks like he has curly Justin Timberlake hair, like Justin Timberlake from the NSYNC days. All right, okay. And, ooh, does SpongeBob have eyebrows? I feel like he does. Let's give him some really nice eyebrows. There we go. Okay, so for the details, I'll go in with my slightly thicker pencil. This is a 0.7 millimeter, and I think the lead is a little bit darker. So let me zoom in on the face, since we're working on the face first. So that way you guys can see better. Okay, zoom out a little bit, there we go. So let's give him some really fabulous eyelashes. This is gonna be so weird. It's gonna be like really cartoony, except for the face is gonna be slightly more realistic. So maybe a little bit into uncanny valley territory, but whatever, it's fine. We'll give him the eyes that I always like to paint, my style of eyes. Who says SpongeBob can't dress up? There we go. Man, I haven't watched SpongeBob as an adult yet. I feel like maybe I should. Maybe I'll have a different appreciation for it. Same way as Adventure Time. It's like so entertaining for people of all ages. Maybe SpongeBob is the same. But I just remember thinking like, as I got slightly older, as I guess maybe in my teens, I just couldn't keep up with SpongeBob. Like the pace is so fast that, you know, as a kid, I found it so funny. I think it was my favorite show of all time as a kid. But as I got older, I couldn't even understand what was going on, because the plot and the characters, it just, the pace was way too fast. But yeah, for kids, kids are high energy, so. Okay, gonna give him even fiercer eyebrows, because why not? Does anyone have any questions you'd like me to answer during this part? Any questions about like art or painting or our careers? Otherwise, I'm just gonna ramble. You guys know how I have a talent for rambling nonstop. Does anyone have any fun summer travel plans? Let's see, okay. Give him very 3D looking eyes. Jen says, LOL, I want SpongeBob to have an episode with this. A transgender SpongeBob riding in a parade on a narwhal. We should write to the show creators, see if they'll make the show, add this to one of the episodes. That would be awesome. I would definitely watch that. All right. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's crazy how much of our like perceptions about gender roles and relationships are shaped by like the cartoons and movies we watch as children. Like I wonder if you know, the typical like prince and princess storyline was maybe retired a little bit, if girls and boys would grow up feeling differently about love and what constitutes as like a healthy or meaningful relationship, or what kind of is expected out of women and men by society. I feel like the things that influence us as kids maybe it's because, I mean, I can't speak to this confidently because I'm not like a biologist or psychologist in any way, but maybe they have correlation with like the fact that our brains are still developing. So our minds are very impressionable, and it's like we're just learning about the world. And during that time, when we're easily influenced and very malleable, the cultural influences we have are so significant. Like they make such a big difference. So I, for one, am really glad to see a lot of the new Disney movies and all the variety in the plots. Not that I didn't enjoy Disney movies or Disney princess movies as a kid. Like I think my first ever Disney film that I loved was Snow White. But it is really nice to see plot lines focused around like self-growth or family or just, many different cultures, like teaching us about different holidays around the world. So I'm pretty excited to see what like the next generation of kids will grow up being influenced by. Hopefully something more positive. Oh, Jen says, I went to the Days of the Dead in Vegas to be a vendor. Luna says, I just went to Puerto Rico last week. Whoa. Day of the Dead, is that the holiday, the Mexican holiday, Day of the Dead? Because that's pretty cool. What did you sell at Day of the Dead as a vendor? Puerto Rico's so fun. Oh, I want to go scuba diving again. Just go somewhere tropical. Lose myself in underwater. One of my friends, she just got back from a long, like a 10-day retreat. Oh my gosh, I forgot the name, but it's a type of meditation retreat. It starts with a V, where you basically don't talk to anyone and don't do anything except for meditate for 10 days. And they provide you with, like a bed, a room, bathroom, and you have like kind of a teacher that you are allowed to consult with. I think he or she is the only person you can talk to. And then, you just basically meditate all day. You can't be on your phone. You can't bring a book. You can't write in your journal. Obviously, you can't talk to the other people at the camp. And you just kind of sit and focus on your breathing and learn how to meditate. And it's supposed to be, or she told me at least, it was life-changing. Like it really taught her how to see things for the way they are and not how our minds sometimes, we have prejudices or certain molds that we fit into based on our conditioning as human beings. But she said like it really taught her to kind of open that and break free of all chains. And I don't know, I'm like really intrigued. See, I don't know if I could do the 10 days no talking or the 10 days without reading or writing or listening to music or, drawing or painting. I think that's tough. But maybe there's like a more mild version of that, like an artist retreat where like I would love to be unplugged. And I don't think I would mind not talking if I had something to do. But yeah, I think one thing that the camp teaches you is to overcome your boredom or to basically stop your reliance on like external stimulus to prevent yourself from being bored. Like there's so many more interesting things apparently that you can notice and observe and think about. But right now, like we're just conditioned in our modern tech-filled society to cover all the silences with music and videos and images and social media. So I don't know, it's like maybe it's good to not do anything. But yeah, I think 10 days without art would probably drive me insane. Let's see. Oh, Jen says it's a horror expo, and she, showed her artwork there. That's awesome. Do you do kind of horror style art? I am so fascinated with like horror style. Oh, I forgot the name. I think his name is like Jacob King or something like that. I follow him on Instagram. He paints these really gory characters, but he paints them with like really romantic and pretty color palettes. So it'll be like pinks and magentas and light blues, but it'll be like some cool monster that he made up with scary teeth. And I just loved kind of being confused as to what the theme is. It's kind of a nice contrast where it's really unexpected to see like such a scary subject portrayed with such pleasant, almost kid-friendly colors. Okay, so SpongeBob has obviously holes all over him because he's a sponge, but I'm scared. I'm like, am I gonna paint this? I don't want it to look like wounds or injury. Whatever. I think it should be fine. Wow, I haven't like seen a sponge in so long. Are the holes smaller or bigger? Oh, I don't know. Oh no, guys. Okay, I hope I'm not messing this up. Now it just looks like he is crumbling. Okay, I'll do some quick shading. Practice my crosshatch skills. Absorbent in yellow and porous, you see, yes. Kim says, I only get bored at work. Oh man, I feel you, girl. Back when I worked at an office, I think boredom was my biggest vice. Like sometimes I would just be in a meeting and I would tune out and they'd be like, happy? What do you think? Happy? And then I just wouldn't even, my mind was completely shut off. And I think the fact that I was a doodler, like a compulsive doodler, didn't help because I would just like doodle in my notebook and then I would get so engrossed in doodling that I would not pay attention to what's going on around me. So yeah, I looking back feel really bad for not being a better employee, but you know, it's like some things, sometimes you just can't help it. Sometimes you can't help what interests you and what doesn't. I think, yeah, the boredom of it would scare me. Just 10 days, going back to that meditation retreat subject, like 10 days without having any way to keep myself busy. Oh my gosh. Which I know like kind of is the point of it, but I would just be I would struggle so hard. But maybe it would be cool to do like an artist retreat. Okay. Let's see, what are other people saying? Dave says, if I couldn't talk to people, I would get so depressed. Yeah, same. Ooh, hi, Amber. Amber says, hi, I went to a supernatural expo in Dallas last week. What's a supernatural expo? I'm so curious. That sounds really fun. Is it where you guys like celebrate supernatural movies or fiction, art, or is it like about actual supernatural occurrences? Sometimes, I don't know why I do this right before bed, but while I'm trying to sleep, and I like to go on Reddit for maybe around 20 minutes before I go to sleep, I'll go on the subreddit where they talk about like unexplainable phenomenon. I think it's called Glitch in the Matrix is the name of the subreddit. And they talk about all this unexplainable phenomenon. And, you know, obviously, I feel like some people are probably telling the truth and some people are probably lying. So it's a mixture of both. But some of the stories are just so spooky. But it's like addicting. I can't stop reading them. Like people whose clocks would fast forward maybe an hour when they would drive through a weird zone in the road. Or people who like see things or little signs show up like years later from some event. And it's like things that are too coincidental to just be coincidence. I don't know. I'm like pretty open to that kind of stuff. Like I have never encountered anything myself that's supernatural, but I think, you know, there are a lot of things in the universe that we can't explain, that we haven't been able to explain. And, you know, I'm not gonna rule out any possibility, especially if we haven't found conclusive evidence either way. Okay, I'm gonna change SpongeBob's ruffle, or I guess the collar, to be a bit more ruffly, because it's gonna be a more feminine inspired look since it's my style. Okay, and then maybe instead of a tie, I'll do like a bow, like a ribbon. Maybe that'd be cute. Like a little, yeah, there you go. A little bow. This is fun. Have the ribbons flowing. There we go. Oh my gosh. I never thought I would be drawing SpongeBob. so bizarre. I love it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Can't believe June is almost over. Seriously, it's a weird phenomenon. Every single month goes by faster and faster. I'm not sure if it's because of me, like maybe I should slow down and be more present in the moment, or if it's just as we get older, time seems to go by faster because we've been around more. So like 1 year or 1 month is a smaller fraction of our total time spent on Earth. So they just feel like shorter spans of time. It's like when we're 5 years old, a year is a fifth of our life. But when you're 50 years old, a year is, 1/50th of your life. So it just feels like, yeah, as time goes on, it just slips through our fingers. I also read somewhere that to make time feel less fleeting, you should change up your routine. Like going through the same routine every day, it's a common way for time to just kind of slip by you because you're not even noticing each day or each moment because you're just kind of going through the motions. So by allowing yourself to deviate from the norm, you can give yourself the illusion of a longer, slower moving time. I don't know. Do you guys think that's true? Okay. Giving some light shading. Oh my gosh, I'm also a compulsive shader. I'm trying to also, with this watercolor piece, learn to break free from some of my usual trends. Not saying that I don't like my usual style of rendering, but I feel like I get so caught up with trying to make things look smooth and 3D and realistic that it ends up being a huge time suck. And sometimes I want to play with more designy elements, like more illustrative elements. So instead of just relying on perfect shading to make things look interesting and realistic, I would love to be able to simplify some things down and rely more on like color palette or composition or just even line quality. Like sometimes using thinner lines, sometimes using thicker lines. Yeah, I think this is a good exercise in that. Okay, so we're done with the top part. Let's move on to the narwhal. Narwhal with a mustache. Let's see. Maybe, here, let me tilt the camera down a little bit. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on some comments I might have missed. Oh, it's a show called Supernatural Expo. I've heard of that show. It's pretty cool that they have an expo for the show. Man, I want there to be a Rick and Morty expo. Wouldn't that be fun? Wow, Amber says there's 15 seasons of the show on Netflix and the art is cool. But Denver Comic Con was better last year because I got to meet you. Aww. Well, you were one of the people that came and met me. Sorry, I might have forgotten your name, but thank you so much for coming all the way and meeting me. I feel like if you just showed me a photo, you don't have to do this right now, but if we took a photo and you showed me, I would definitely remember. I'm way better at remembering faces than names. But, oh my gosh. Yeah, Denver was the only Comic-Con I've ever been to. And my mom, too, like she came with me. It was her first time, and she was so excited and blown away. I remember she wandered by herself for like hours on the first day, just taking photos of all the costumes and the booths. Like she was so delighted. I would love to try out more Comic-Cons. Sometimes I think about maybe selling at a Comic-Con, which I've done something similar before. I've sold at like little street fairs or craft fairs, art fairs. But I feel like Comic-Cons they're just so grand and so big. I don't know if I would even know how to handle it. Also, I always feel like for Comic-Cons, more art that's related to popular cartoons or comics is probably a good addition to have. So for me, it's like most of my art is just kind of original characters or original concepts that aren't paying homage to a favorite show or a favorite comic book. So I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if like my art would even work for a Comic-Con. But yeah, so many things to try. There's so many different ways to make money and reach an audience and build your career in art. I guess except for the traditional route of finding a company to employ you. That's, yeah, sadly not as many options for artists. But then you get to do your own thing. You get to kind of pave your own way. I think like the other day, I don't know why I did this, but one of my friends was job searching. So I just went on this like job searching website, and instead of typing in a position for, software developer or business manager, I just typed in artist as like one of the roles, and there were no jobs for artists like in my area in Seattle. The closest thing I could find was art director, which is more like of a design type of role. But man, I was like, if I just decided to take a break from, just working by myself, and I wanted to get employed by a bigger company, like what are my skills? Like what can I find a job in? And there were no art jobs. But yeah, I guess it's hard to find like a steady long-term job for art. I could see, I've seen like tech companies or just restaurants hire artists to do murals or, to create artwork for their offices. But yeah, I feel like for most companies, it's like just what's it called? A temporary, like a vendor or a contractor type of role instead of a permanent role. But who knows? Maybe in the future, when everything is automated by technology and we have a universal basic income, we can free up humans to pursue more creative, human-esque jobs. Basically jobs that cannot be replicated by a computer. Yeah, I watched this cool YouTube video about universal basic income, how it's daydreaming about a utopian future where all the kind of manual labor jobs and tough jobs are now done by computers, and we can earn money without requiring a human workforce. And then with the extra money we're able to save and earn, we can then provide everyone with like a large universal basic income, kind of like minimum wage or social security, but it'll be enough for people to have a really good life. And then humans can pursue careers that are more artistic or creative focused, things that computers can't do. So like music, writing, painting, filmmaking. Wouldn't that be a cool society? I feel like, I don't know, with just corporate greed lately, it's leading to our downfall. So maybe that would actually be able to work. Okay, so done with the shorts. Oh, I should have made a skirt, but I guess it'd be hard to work with a skirt when you're straddling a narwhal. Maybe I'll have SpongeBob have some fierce heels on instead of his usual like squeaky sneakers. Maybe I'll give him like some nice heels. Wow, Amber says the lady who designed the Nike logo only got paid $35. What? Dang, that logo is worth so much. They should just like, I feel like if the company is so wealthy, they should just send her like a gift, like a monetary amount as a thank you. I'm sure the company could spare like $1 million to thank the artist who basically defined their entire company's aesthetic. Wow, only $35? Dave says Cynthia Shepard is a YouTuber in Seattle that is an art director as her day job. Oh, I should check her out. I haven't really seen many Seattle YouTubers, but then again, I don't really go on YouTube much. Or if I go on YouTube, I don't really watch like as many YouTube videos as I should. Sometimes I just put on like TED Talks in the background. I really need to like focus on researching or maybe being more of a participant in the YouTube space than just uploading a video and leaving. That's something I've been trying to get better at too. I think sometimes I get so scared of becoming addicted to social media that I avoid it too much, and I don't like understand enough about the platforms I'm using. I feel like as a creator, it's important to also be a customer, a consumer of it, because then you can understand what people like, what the trends are. I don't want to fall behind, but yeah, it's tough. Okay, I don't know why I made the fin like so dark, but I guess now I have to shade the entire narwhal. Little narwhal. Okay, cool. Now SpongeBob's got a fierce heel. Why not? Not really sure. I guess the narwhal's anatomy is pretty round, full-figured, you know. They need the blubber to survive in the open ocean. The open ocean freaks me out, by the way. Like, as much as I love scuba diving, I could never do wall dives where you're basically up against the wall and there's coral reefs on the side, like on the wall, but underneath your feet, it's just the abyss. Like, I get so scared. I don't think I'm scared of creatures swimming up. Like, I'm not scared of a shark coming up and biting me, but I'm scared of vortexes, which are these like underwater currents that'll pull you down. So it always makes me feel better if I have like a floor, like if I can see the floor, because even if I get pulled down by a vortex, I'll hit like the ground and I won't be pulled, you know, like miles deep into the ocean. I don't know, but that's just me being paranoid. Okay. Dave says, have you considered visiting your patrons' YouTube channels? Yeah, why don't you guys all, I actually do. I visit a lot of my patrons' YouTube channels. But yeah, if you guys want to write out your YouTube channels, I would definitely love to take a look. And, you know, if you have any questions about YouTube right now, I'd love to answer it as best as I can. But it always makes me so happy to see my patrons like progress in their art careers, whether it's on social media or just like art skills or their local art communities. I have, for those of you watching who don't know, if you're able to watch this live stream, you'll definitely qualify for this reward tier. But I think as a $5 reward tier, I give access to this kind of private Facebook group where you know, you don't have to publicize your work on as big of a platform as like Instagram or YouTube, but people always share their works and give each other critiques, and they also share like fun opportunities and advice. So like, I think I saw a few of my patrons enter the same gallery show, La Bodega in San Diego, I believe. And that made me really happy because I think someone posted like a call for artists listing, and it's just so nice to see artists helping out other artists. I always say, I feel like with art, it's so subjective that I don't really believe in competition, right? Like it's not like we all need socks and there's different brands of socks. So if your socks are cheaper or maybe like comfier, you know, then you win and you beat your competitors. I feel like with art, it's very subjective. Like even regardless of your skill level, regardless of what you paint, like there's gonna be people with different tastes. You know, there's gonna be people who prefer abstract, people who prefer landscapes, people who prefer realistic portraits, and people who prefer like comic book art. So it's like, as long as you stay true to yourself and do the art that's genuinely you, you don't really have to worry about like, you know, comparing or being competitive or being jealous or envious or trying to tear down your competitors. I'm not saying that any of you guys do this, but, you know, just in other businesses, it just feels so cutthroat. Like in tech, you know, you'll see several companies race to launch the same product that has a similar idea, or like the war between Uber and Lyft, you know, they're like very similar and they're always competing, trying to find a way to outgrow each other. And I feel like with art, it's not like a necessity. It's not like getting a ride or going from one place to another. It's something that people do choose to partake in and choose to collect, you know, for the joy of it. So I do like that it's not, there's low potential for, you know, huge competition. Okay, I feel like I'm done with this one. Let's see, let's zoom out. We have, all right, we got a female SpongeBob riding a narwhal with a mustache. Why not? And the narwhal's got fabulous lashes too. Oh my gosh, it's, okay, wow, I've lost track of time. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. My bad, guys. I spent way too long with this one, so please send me any other requests. I'm gonna try to finish one more. I did not realize I only have 10 minutes left until the hour is up. I'll just go a little bit over, like I usually do. I usually end up going till at least an hour 15, an hour 20 every live stream. Ooh, Amber says ghost. Okay, that's a really good idea. Jen says, not really paranoid. Riptides kill lots of people. Yeah, I always hear horror stories about like surfers or snorkelers getting caught in the currents and riptides. It's anytime I go to a beach, I always see those warnings and they freak me out. Sugar skull. What's a sugar skull? I feel like I know, I've heard that term before. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Sorry guys for the dumb question. I might just be blanking on what a sugar skull is, but so far we have, oh, the Day of the Dead skulls. Okay, so the skulls that are very colorful and, ooh, you know what? Since I'm not using a reference, I'm not sure what the patterns look like, but I could draw a skull and we could put patterns on it as a nice compromise. Room full of candles, a ghost listening to an old phonograph. Ooh. Okay, so we'll do a ghost with a skull and some candles. Okay, let's see where this takes us. Like, do I even know what, a proper, how to draw a proper skull? Like just even anatomically? Okay, let's find out. Okay, so start with a circle. Sipping tea, oh gosh, okay. A skull. I guess a ghost doesn't have to be a skull. I could even do like a ghost holding a skull, sipping tea. How do you draw a ghost? I don't want to draw like Casper. Okay, you know what? Let's just start with the skull and then maybe we can make the skull more ghost-like. Okay, so I think they have eyes, eye sockets. They're kind of shaped like this. Got a little brow bone here. And then the nose looks like this, right? And then we have like some weird, I think I recall like there's like a, oh no. I got a package, don't worry guys. I shall ignore it. Don't worry, shh, quiet girls. Oh my gosh, the dogs freak out. Do any of you guys have dogs that, stop barking, quiet. It's just the package, it's fine. Anytime I watch a movie or listen to a song or like there's an ad that has a doorbell sound, the dogs freak out. And it's nice to know they're alert and that they're good like guard dogs in that way, but also really annoying when you're just trying to watch a movie. Like Family Guy is the worst case of that. Family Guy, the cartoon, it's just, there's always a sound. Okay, so we'll have, this is the teeth, I think the teeth, and then I'm not sure what the chin bone, the jaw bone looks like. It's like something like, eek. Sorry guys, it's hard to it's hard to get the skull perfect. I feel like the jawbone must be longer because we can all touch our chin and feel the bone. So maybe the jawbone's a little longer. I don't know. What am I doing? Okay. This is as good as it's gonna get. Okay, and then I feel like it's kind of like this. It's like a half. Okay, there we go. We can add some patterns, right? Onto the skull. Wow. It's kind of a semi-realistically shaped skull. Okay. Room full of candles, sipping tea. Well, maybe a creative way we can incorporate the tea is to have the skull sitting on top of a teacup. Because obviously I can't, I already missed the boat on drawing like the mouth open enough to sip tea, but I could do like maybe like a fancy porcelain teacup if I remember how it's shaped. Ooh. So I'm trying to think about like, I actually went to a beautiful teacup exhibition at the Seattle Art Museum the other month. It was like the porcelain room. It's a room filled with different porcelain artifacts from different time eras and cultures around the world, and so many awesome teacups. So I feel like I kind of slightly remember the shape of those teacups. The handle is where teacup handles almost look like fancy little ears, like they're very ear shaped. Okay, so we'll give this one like a cute little curl. There we go. Like that. Woo. Okay. And then I think the teacups always had like a base. I'm just starting to draw the cartoon teacup from Beauty and the Beast. I feel like. Yeah, a little base. Okay. We'll give it a little cast shadow to make the object look like it's firmly planted on the ground. Oh gosh, how do you cross hatch a cast shadow like this? Okay, cool. Cool. That'll smudge it with the fingers. Okay. And maybe, okay, I'll attempt to draw some bones to show that the skull is like in the cup through the neck. Oh gosh, how do I do? Oh, I feel like the jaw maybe is shaped like this. I don't know, guys. I have no clue what the bones are shaped like, but hopefully this kind of looks like a neck bone. Yikes. Okay, let's draw some patterns. In the spirit of a sugar skull, maybe we could draw some ghost patterns since we had a request for a ghost. I'll draw some like nice like steam coming out of the teacup to show that it's filled with tea. Yeah, there we go. Kind of makes it look like a ghost. Very spooky and hazy. My granddaughter says hi. She probably thinks this is a video chat. Aw, thank you, Jen. That's so cute. Thanks for sharing that. It is kind of like a video chat, you know. Aw, your granddaughter must be so cute. I'm at this age now where if I see babies or like just toddlers, like little kids, I just think they're so cute. Like when I was in my early 20s, I thought I would never want kids. And then now like I just have this weird visceral reaction when I see a kid. I'm just like, oh, I want kids. Like, I want my own baby. So yeah, maybe it's just time. My mom always said I might change my mind as I get older. But yeah, a lot of my friends have had babies last year or are pregnant this year, and I love meeting their babies. It's like I've known them before they were born, and I think some of the kids now are old enough, like they're reaching an age where they're starting to talk and show their personality, and I can see a lot of my friends in their kids, like which traits they absorbed from my friends and which traits they absorbed from the other parent. It's really, really interesting. So yeah, sometimes I'm curious, like if I had my kids, like what kind of parent would I be? What personality and physical traits would they get from me? It's like, would they be artistic? Would they be more, like science-y? Always fun to think about. Okay, I think this is how teeth look, right? Sure, why not? Yeah. This is kind of what teeth look like. Okay, so patterns. Let's do some ghost patterns. And then I think someone else had a request for crystals as well. So we could do some crystals growing out of the skull. That could be interesting. Ooh. This is like spooky yet quaint because of the of the teacup. Looks like the world's biggest teacup. Someone suggested skull teacup. I wish I saw that, but damn, that would have been fun to draw. But I actually got a skull shot glass at the US-Canadian border at the duty-free store. It looks so cool. Skulls look awesome. It's cool that underneath all of us right now is a cool looking skull. Just waiting for its teacup bath. Just kidding. Yeah, okay. So maybe like, let me look through the comments so I don't forget. Just do a Luma's head and add some flowers. Jen says, 18 years, my little dog has barked constantly and will not listen when I say shutty. Yeah, it's funny the things they've said to bark at. Like sometimes if I play nature videos, like if I watch Planet Earth, they'll bark at the birds and the wildlife on screen. They'll think it's there in person and they'll just like keep watching the screen even after the show's over because they're just waiting for the creature to come back. And then sometimes when I play, or if there are sounds of babies, like especially baby animals crying, like a baby puppy or baby kitten whimpering or meowing, Mushroom, one of my dogs, like she goes crazy. She's like always looking for the puppy. So cute. Okay, so I'm gonna add some depth to this teapot handle. Do some shading of the teapot. Okay, I'm just gonna do some crosshatch. I need to work on my cross-hatching skills. They're not very like evenly spaced. Again, because like I've been, kind of goes back to the thing I'm trying to work on that I mentioned earlier. It's like I get so caught up in trying to perfect the blending and the shading that I end up spending way too much time on that. And I think not enough time trying to be more creative and come up with new concepts. Not that there's anything wrong with, having a signature like aesthetic of same subjects that you like to draw or paint over and over again, but it's just like, for me, I get so engrossed in the little details, I sometimes forget about the bigger picture. Plus, it's always nice just to kind of practice doing something different, just to keep yourself sharp, I guess. Okay, cool. There we go. Now it's time for patterns. Let's do like a ghost pattern. What's a good like indicator of a ghost? What pattern could I use? Maybe like, okay, looking at this. Maybe, obviously some flowers, because I put flowers in everything. Ghosts tend to be like kind of translucent looking and scary. So maybe I'll do like, oof, I don't know, guys. This ghost thing is maybe a little Casper. Maybe a little Casper sense. My mind keeps going to Casper. So I'm like, maybe I should listen to my instincts and just do like cute Casper ghosts. Okay, so here's a shadow, Casper's skull, and I'm gonna do cute little Casper on the teacup. Or maybe the Snapchat ghost. What's that look like? Ooh, or maybe the ghost from like, what's that game? Pac-Man? Ghost. Well, ghosts kind of look like little squids and octopuses. I did not know that. Or I never realized that. Has anyone ever encountered a ghost? Ooh, maybe the steam can be little ghosts. That's also really smart. Gosh, I wish I saw that earlier. Okay, I need to get better at like reading my comments on time. Definitely add some ghostly forms to the steam. Ooh. Okay, I'm just gonna do this like pattern so it looks more consistent. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Make like a nice grid pattern maybe. One thing I want to learn is like really take into account the different angles and the curvature of the surfaces so that, the patterns look more believable, like that they're actually printed or painted onto the cup So like, you know, use perspective and foreshortening. That's something I think like over time, just with more practice, I can have a better feel for. But yeah, okay. Maybe like a little line here. Why not? Like a little decorative line, just to give the cup some interesting shape. Okay, and then for the skull, what kind of patterns? Maybe some, so I feel like Day of the Dead skulls always have some decoration around the eye. So maybe like, they had like some, and I apologize if this is incorrect. I'm just doing my best to kind of remember the sugar skulls I've seen. Thinking back to the last time I saw a sugar skull, I think it was in the movie Coco, the Pixar movie, which was so good. I cried so hard. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, there we go. It's like little flower petals. I feel like the skulls also had some defined like eye liner or eye makeup in some way. How do I convey that here? Oh yeah, I remember I did like a Frida Kahlo skull before for a Frida Kahlo theme show. Actually, I've done quite a few Frida Kahlo theme shows. She is definitely a staple in the art and maybe the Day of the Dead community. I watched the Frida Kahlo movie by starring Selma Hayek, and I read about her story. Man, what a just legendary painter with like the saddest story. Like she definitely survived through many trials and tribulations. I even visited the Frida Kahlo house, I think in Mexico City, when I vacationed there, and saw her like garden and her bed easel, like the easel that she used so she could paint while she was recovering from her many ailments. Is this okay, what else should I add, guys? What else were on the sugar skulls? I think just like different patterns. Okay, maybe I'll do like another pattern up here. Maybe something like a sunflower. That'd be nice. A sunflower with like a little bit of foreshortening. There we go. Sunflower. I think, and sunflowers have a few layers of petals, so I'll give her another layer of petals. There we go. Okay, there we go. And then in the middle, oh my gosh, have you guys ever looked at the, I don't even know what it's called, like the center of a sunflower? It's almost like a spirally fractal shape. I can't even draw it perfectly, but it's so trippy. And as someone who loves sunflower seeds, I feel like I should definitely pay more attention to sunflowers and maybe paint more sunflowers. But yeah, it's really interesting. Okay, sunflower, maybe a little bee, why not? Okay, maybe I'll draw like a little bee right here. Oh my gosh, how do you draw a bee? What's the bee's anatomy look like? So there's wings, and then there's like a furry part, I feel like, on top. A tiny little head, and then the butt. I know it's not called the butt, one of the official term. The butt of the bee is the one with the stripe. Like, gives the bee a cute little antenna. Cool. I think that's how the bee looks. I'm not sure. Whoops. And I know their legs aren't this long, but whatever. It's a cartoon bee. Oh, you know what? We can have the bee be a real life bee that's landed on the skull. And all we have to do is add a little shadow to give the illusion that the bee is on top of the skull rather than a part of the skull's design, right? Does that kind of work? Okay. I think this is about done, or at least as close to a sugar skull as I can get. I apologize for my lack of knowledge in this area because I don't really remember what sugar skulls are supposed to look like, but hopefully this kind of conveys the sugar skull vibe. Oh. Dave says you should definitely make this into a painting, a dope painting. Oh, thank you. Def dope is 90s for really cool. I know dope and I know def. Never heard them used together. But yeah, like in the West Coast, like in Seattle and San Francisco where I've lived, there's a lot of common vernacular, like legit, instead of saying legitimate, or like instead of saying, oh, that's cool or that's awesome, we're like, that's legit. So I've heard that used in both places. Now my mom uses it too. She learned from me. It's really cute. Cool, okay. A ghost teacup skull with a bee. Why not? All right, this is what we have. Too legit to quit. All right, I'm gonna move the camera back. There we go. And I want to say goodbye to you guys in person and also show you the drawings maybe a little bit more closely. The tripod. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, let me just move the tripod legs so that I don't fall over. Okay, awesome. Okay. Oh, drew so much that my makeup's rubbing off. Okay, so here's what we did today, guys. Good job, team. Thank you so much for your ideas. These were really exciting to do. First one, SpongeBob Lady Pants, or Sponge Bobby, someone said Sponge Bobby SquarePants, riding a narwhal with a mustache, and she's got fierce stilettos on, a girlier top, some fierce lashes. So the my style is the face treatment. Flower crown, holding a spatula, because SpongeBob will always be SpongeBob. Oh, and a butterfly net for his/her post-work activities. Actually, wait, yeah, it's a jellyfish net, right? In the series, SpongeBob catches jellyfish. And then here is the skull. Wow, actually looks pretty cool from far away. So I tried my best to convey a sugar skull, added some very quick, messy flowers, a bee, some steam. Maybe the steam could represent like a spirit coming out of the teacup with little Pac-Man looking ghosts as the pattern. So yeah, that's what we did today. Okay, so before you guys leave, can you all send me, because I want to be able to, I have 5 drawings total to give away. I think there's 8 people watching right now. So I'm just going to randomly select 5 people, but just in case like you left before this part, because I want everyone to have a fair chance to enter. So if you're seeing this right now, just send me a message on Patreon with the word SpongeBob. So send me the word SpongeBob on Patreon. Just send me like a private message and I'll enter you into like the giveaway, or okay, not giveaway because that's not allowed on Patreon, but I'll put your name into a hat and I'll randomly draw 5 names so that I will gift these to you guys. Not as a giveaway, but as a present. It's a thank you gift, not a giveaway. So yeah, just message me SpongeBob on Patreon and then I'll have these shipped out and I'll ask you for your address. So yeah. Well, thank you all so much for watching this live stream. We are about 15 minutes over, but that's okay. Hope you all have a great rest of your summer. Stay safe, stay cool. I'm gonna go and try to finish that watercolor in time for your awards and for Pride Weekend, so I'll be painting the rest of the day. But if you have any questions or anything you think of that you didn't say in this live stream, or if you're watching this after the live stream's already over, feel free to send me a message or just reach out to me and I will try to address it in my rewards. I'll be recording my 40-minute podcast tomorrow. So if you have any questions that you want me to ask in the podcast, you can, or answer in the podcast, you can ask me on Patreon. So, all right, I am going to sum this up, finish it up, and thank you all for being my patrons. Your support helps me continue to do art and to continue to share this with the world. So I can never describe how much it means to me to have your support and encouragement and to just have this awesome community of people. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer month. And I'll catch you guys in July. All right, bye. Love you guys.